everything. But we ain't Christian, we'll fall on your ass. Plus you know we keep the mellow things. How you wanna settle things? I suppose you'll take the proposal. We'll make that mellow rain with the Glocks of the hecklers. We some righteous ass brothers, but some certified steppers. Right? We some priests at the end of the day. So we teaching in the streets to the end of the day. Hey, we on the front line. We the ones that you want in the game. Fourth quarter when it's crunch time. And all my brothers is clutch. Squad full of silent killers. We ain't talking too much. But we'll teach you if you're humble. Just learn to follow orders, don't mumble. Get it done. And he that have an ear, I pray you listen. Yeah, we gon' already smoke, we ain't Christians. It's the life of a priest that we go in the streets and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my hair, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Home squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Now nigga, we Christian, ain't shit sweet, you must have got us confused. Got us confused, got us confused, got us confused, got us confused, got us confused. Now nigga, we ain't Christian. Got us confused, nothing like the other niggas. Now we like the same, we some righteous ass hardcore rugged niggas same. And it's a shame that you full of pride. We don't affiliate with none of you clowns. Plus these heathens getting nullified. It's the life of a priest and a prophet. Fake niggas be cautious. Words flow, truth drip like a faucet. The righteous stand bold, I'm in live form. Crying loud, voice cutting through a quiet storm. Like King Ty with the five arms. If we smoke when we drop the cannons, no fire call. Now the home of the truth, we don't play around. Hide the women and the liquor when we take you down. Living in hell will make the best of it, and endure through the rest of it till the end. And you ain't gotta listen if you choose, as long as you don't get confused. We're not Christians. It's the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my head, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Home squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we Christian, ain't shit sweet, you must have got us confused, 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 got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, got us confused. It's the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my hair, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Home squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, ain't shit sweet, you must have got us confused, 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 got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, got us confused.
All right, Shalom Israel. Y'all know what it is. I'm Captain the Guard of the ISUPK up under Commander General Yohana, and this is another workshop session, man, of Sharpen the Sword Radio. All right, I want to bring out a couple of stories, you understand, about a couple of preachers, a couple of killer COVID cops. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. What we are going through here in America, like over and over and over again, in the country, is set to vote, you understand, come on November the 3rd. You know, black people are still hitting the polls or hitting the absentee ballots, you know. And what I would vote for, I would vote for this place to burn the hell down to the ground. Of all the different things that is happening to us here, you know, but somehow, some way or another, we get the strength and the courage to stand up for our rights and hit the polls and vote for the next person that's going to, no persons basically, they're not going to help fix anything. The next cop to murder the next black man or black woman, they're not going to stop doing it, you understand? And then, of all things, the so-called men of God is sitting and molesting our goddamn children, you understand? During any time, I wouldn't give a damn if it was nice and sunny out, no diseases, no nothing going on, no COVID-19. These preachers have been molesting our children for a long time now. And guess what? No one has done anything about it. No one says anything about it. The parents, the mother mainly, because the father's not in the home. Because if he was, the children would be a lot safer. You understand? And then they turn around and molest the kids because they know that you're a single mom, you're trying to take care of your children, and you're looking for a good father for your kids, a good father figure, and the son's bad, the girl getting in trouble. They know all of that. So they creep right on in and take advantage of you while you sitting there thinking that, your pastor is teaching your child how to love Jesus, and they got the damn child loving on them in a sick, sexual damn way, something that should not be happening. Okay? But let's go. I'm gonna put this pastor's picture on the screen. This stuff is ridiculous. It just keeps happening over and over and over again. And then you still got our people that are going to church. You still got our people talking about they pastor. They pastor ain't like that. They pastor don't do that. Your pastor is a piece of garbage also. All of them. Okay? Give me 1 second. Let me get this. Let me get this. I'm gonna put this pastor's picture up here on the screen. Okay, hold on. We got so many goddamn stories, so many articles, man. It's ridiculous. All of the different things that's going on with this nation and with these nasty preachers. It's ridiculous. Let me see 1 second. Now I got okay, there it is. Right. Okay. Let's see if I can blow them up, get them up on the screen, nice and large. All this pop-up mess. Man, I wish I knew how to move half of this shit. Man. Everything pop up. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, because I can't get the. Okay, that's some of it gone. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get this. Get the rest of this mess gone so I can get the damn picture on her. Let me see. I'm trying it that way. Hold on. Damn. That's okay. That's pretty good. I wanted to go the other way. It would show a lot bigger than we have the other way. But that's good enough. Okay. Let's go with this. It says South Carolina minister admits raping and impregnating 14-year-old girl, terminating the pregnancies. All right, so he obviously got this girl pregnant, know that he shouldn't be sleeping with her, and then turn around and had her go have some abortions. All right, and it says Philip Gerard Buxton, 32, was arrested Wednesday at the Cleveland Chapel Baptist Church and charged with 4 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor. All right, it says a Baptist minister arrested in South Carolina gave a full confession yesterday after being accused of raping and impregnating a teenager, police said. Philip Jared Buxton, 32, was arrested Wednesday at the Cleveland Chapel Baptist Church and charged with 4 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor. That's according to officials from the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office, which released details of the case this week. The investigation was launched on January the 30th after a tip-off from the region's National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, cops said. The victim provided a detailed statement about the suspect, who was later found to be Buxton. One tip involved the alleged exchange of child pornography in the state. An incident report provided to Newsweek by the local sheriff's office said the victim, unnamed, had talked of multiple acts of sexual intercourse between she and Buxton. She said that sexual intercourse began on October 9, 2015 at Buxton's residence in Cherokee County. Now, how's my kids over the pastor's house? You understand? I never, now my parents and grandparents, they took me to church, but they never took me to no preacher's house. They never left me at no pastor's house. And I thank God that they didn't. You understand? I thank God that they didn't, man. Because look at what's been going on. You understand? I know a sister here that's in the classes now. She turned around and said that she was having car trouble, and the preacher, what's the second pastor? Whatever the hell he's up under the main pastor, whatever he is titled is. And I work on call. You can bring your car to me. I'll fix it for you. You will, pastor? Yeah, I'll help y'all, sister. I know you ain't got all the money that Chop told you don't need to get it. I'll take care of it for you. She turned around and went to the pastor's house. The pastor invited her to go upstairs in his room. She went, you understand? And this is why women need to be led and ruled over. Not free to do what they want to do and run the house. They don't make the best decisions all the time. So this is why they need a man over here. You don't be going to no damn stranger. I don't give a damn if he's a deacon or a reverend or a preacher or a pastor or whatever the hell he is. You be going to no man's house and upstairs in no goddamn room. And she go follow the damn man. The man turn around and butt naked behind the door and try to rape the girl. Good thing she fought him off and got up out of there. But let's finish the report. It says the police report stated the victim continued to disclose that she had sexual intercourse multiple times throughout Spartanburg County as well. She stated that this occurred multiple times beginning the 5th semester of her 9th grade year when she was just 14 years old. Now, these Christian preachers are extremely disgusting. Like, why on earth are you so attracted to children, man? I know they're beautiful. They are. My daughters, they her age. You understand? And my daughters are beautiful. I got some younger than her and older than this 14-year-old girl. You understand? And guess what? But they off limits as far as sex is concerned. To any man. Me and any other man. Those are my girls, number one. You understand? And the Lord, He has laws against a father sleeping with his children. You understand? So these preachers, for some odd reason, they just love doing it. You understand? God has laws to where an adult is not supposed to have sex and force a damn child to, molest them. It's not even sex. You understand? You're forcing a child to do something that they're totally not ready for. It's going to destroy them. You understand? All because you are a sick bastard. And these preachers just cannot keep their nasty hands off of children. They are sexual deviants in every way. They're gay, they're lesbian, they sleep with children, men, and they ain't no telling what the hell else they about to do next. They about to bring bestiality in. They gonna start sleeping with damn dogs. You understand? It's disgusting. But this is terrible, man. 14-year-old child couldn't go to school and learn. She had to be seduced by some slimy, sexual, deviant Christian preacher. It's disgusting, man. It says the victim disclosed she has never had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Buxton. All right. She disclosed that from this sexual intercourse, she became pregnant on 2 occasions. On both occasions, she disclosed that she underwent abortions to terminate the pregnancy. Now, how disgusting. You understand? First off, you're doing something to this child that you know you should not be doing. You should not be sexually, physically attracted to a child at all. And if you were a true man of God, you would know that. And you would do that. There's no goddamn excuse. There's no excuse for any man, right? But then, especially a man of God, who's supposed to be walking the way God says to walk, talk the way God says to walk. Then they follow Jesus. They're following Jesus now. Jesus would never go and approach a 14-year-old and try to have sex with her and molest her. They got bumper stickers and hats and shirts and cars, all types of things that say buttons that say WWJD. What would Jesus do? Jesus would certainly never molest no child. But your preacher will, though. It's because he don't follow Christ. He don't follow Christ. All right, let's keep going. Based on their investigations, cops determined there was a probable cause to accuse Buxton of the crimes. The case was brought to a magistrate Wednesday and warrants were issued. The suspect was arrested at his church and taken to the sheriff's office, where deputies said he gave a full confession. It was not immediately clear if he had a lawyer. And it says, the police provided Newsweek with the copies of the warrants. Each accused him of sexual battery by sexual intercourse with the victim between 11 and 14 years old. You understand? Good goddamn night. And I wonder what is his members going to do. I wonder, are they going to do like every other church does and turn around and vilify the little girl and say she's a whore, say she's lying, not my pastor, she just a slut, she just trying to get money, trying to get paid. I wonder if they're going to say that to her and then vouch for this pastor and try to stand behind him. I wonder what they're going to do. They're probably going to do just that and say, you know what, we're still here for you, pastor. You are just a man. You're just a man, pastor. We understand. But then when your man want another woman, you kick him out of the house. I know that all of the women in this church are going to support him, just like they do all the others. Right? And it says the Associated Press reported that Buxton has preached across Georgia, Chicago, North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. A bond was not listed on his booking record. Okay, now, I'm pretty sure he's done this everywhere he's gone. You know, these preachers, these don't just be one-time incidents. I'm sure that he's done this before in Chicago, in Georgia, in North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee, and wherever else he can preach that. I'm sure right there in the home where he's at in South Carolina, there's more children that will come forward. There's going to be more that's going to come forward and say, yes, man did it to me too. He molested me and took advantage of my body when I was 11 and 12 and 13 and 14. And he kept on doing it. All right. It said, police said on Wednesday that it's separate child pornography investigation remains ongoing. So he not only is molesting the kid, but he's sharing, you know, like porn and videos and pictures and, you know, let me see your body and, you know, all this sick mess, man. But like I said, you can get a grown woman that will, man, turn your world upside down. That will give you all the loving you damn need. But these sick bastards go and molest children. And it's not just one or two, it's all of them. And they just keep doing it. And then you just keep going back to church. Then you keep sending your children to church. You know, the Christian church is the unsafest place for a child to be. It is completely unsafe for a child to be in church, and you keep sending them back. That's terrible. That's disgusting. All right. It says this agency will also be informing the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office for any offenses that may have occurred in their jurisdiction's officials' eye. Now let me jump to the next story real quick. Get a couple stories in here. 1 second, let me get to the next one, man. 'Cause like I said, these preachers, man, they are so disgusting. They are disgusting. And they can't be trusted around your woman or your children. I wouldn't trust them around neither one. All right? Hell, you gotta watch the homosexuals too. I wouldn't trust them around my brothers either. You understand? You gotta watch. Well, I don't mean my brothers in the UPK, but they know better than to approach us like that. But I'm just saying, you brothers in the world, boy, y'all better watch y'all rear ends. You understand? The preachers, they coming for them. You know, they are coming for them. All right, let me Hold on 1 second. Let me get this story up. Oh, this pop-up junk, man. This is ridiculous. Bear with me 1 second. Let me find it. Let me get it. Let me just down. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Okay. We might have to skip this one. I can't get this story to pop up. Yeah, 1 second. 1 second, everybody. This one is not coming up. Nope, okay. We're going to have to skip this one. We have to skip this one, but let me get to the next one. Alright, yeah, this one, I'm having problems getting this story up. This is another slimy Christian preacher that has molested yet another child. Totally different cat, totally different church, totally different state. You understand? Doing the same exact thing. Alright, but we're going to have to skip this one because this one is not coming up. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. Let me try another way real quick. Yeah, I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Okay, this is just across the bridge over in Illinois, right? Maybe about, I think Belleville is about 15. It may be about 20 minutes from St. Louis. All right, it says, Diocese of Belleville priest removed from ministry, accused of inappropriate conduct. All right, now this cat here is an African, okay? And guess what? He's in on the same nonsense that all of the other preachers is in on. They're molesting children like damn crazy. Okay? But let me I'm gonna drop this one, man. I'm gonna come back to this one. Cause these hip poppers, boy, they doing their best to hide these stories, man. They doing their best to hide them now. You know, now that they know that the ISUPK is all over, you understand, everybody's ass, exposing them all for their wicked deeds, and now they're trying to make it difficult for us to get the stories. All right? Here we go. There's my father. Okay, now, but it says, okay, yeah. Bishop Michael McGovern of the Catholic Diocese of Belleville has removed a priest has removed a priest from ministry due to an allegation made last week of inappropriate conduct involving a minor. Guess what? All these preachers, man, conduct involving minors is inappropriate. Like, when do they get it? Like, there's just, they're not men of God. They're pedophiles. They're sexual deviants. They're perverts. They're freaks. You understand? Because to turn around and take a child and molest them and have sex with them, that is disgusting, man. And it's something that should not take place. All right? But let me see. Let me read a little more of this. It says, McGovern made the announcement about the Reverend Anthony Onyongo on Saturday in a letter to parishioners at St. Bernard Catholic Church in Albers and St. Damien Catholic Church in Damiansville, where he was serving as administrator, according to the online diocesan directory. McGovern stated that he had asked Onyongo to live away from the parishioners while an investigation takes place. He turned around and told him, "You go live somewhere else and let them take care of the investigation," which is nonsense. You understand? Turn his ass in. You understand? If he's molesting children, if you really care. You understand? Allegations or claims that have not been proven as true or false, therefore, guilt or innocence should not be assumed, McGovern wrote. In keeping with our child protection policy, the allegation was reported to the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services and the local civil authorities. Our victim assistance ministry is offering services to the person making the allegation, along with the family. The Diocese of Belleville has begun its investigation of the matter, which will be presented to our fitness review board, which is a bunch of nonsense. Because let me tell you what happens with the Catholics. They live up under their own set of laws and rules. You understand? And you calling the police on them, telling them that somebody molested them, that don't mean nothing. I would have to look the head pope, his name up, to where the police were investigating him, a bunch of children being molested up under his authority, and he told them that they could get the hell out, and that he was not telling them anything and turning over nothing. So all that's a lie, man. You understand? They just want to turn around and move them around somewhere else. That's all they do. Same way with cops. Is when a cop murders a black man or a Hispanic man, Native Indian man, all they do is just turn around. They never send them to jail and fire them for real. They send them somewhere else to go work. That's all. And matter of fact, speaking of that, let's get that real quick. Let's get them stories about them COVID cops, man. All right. Let me bring this one up real quick. I'm gonna pull this one. I just wanted to show this devil's damn face. If you see this cat, you turn his ass in. You understand? This is the devil. Let me see. Let me get him on. This is the devil that turned around and took that cell phone. That sister, that dying sister, she was jogging, man. And the sister passed out on the sidewalk. And this devil turned around. Okay, no, that's not it. This devil turned around and took this sister's cell phone off of her, robbed her while she was on the ground dying, man. Let me hold on. Okay, here it is. Let me just get his picture, man. And if you anywhere in the city of St. Louis and you see this guy, you watch out for this criminal. He just might rob you and murder you. You understand? But this sister was jogging, you know, kind of midday, and this devil turned around and saw her on the sidewalk, passed out, dying, and then he got out and robbed her for her phone. You know, that's disgusting. But these are the people that we living around, man. Let me see if I can blow the picture up. See if I can get it any bigger than what it is. Okay, you see. That's him right there. All right. This is Brian Davenport. You see Brian Davenport turn his ass into the police, man. You understand? That's you snitch on him. This goddamn devil. You go tell and you turn his ass in. You understand? All right. Now let's get to the next story, man. Give me 1 second. Let me get the story out. We're gonna bring out a couple of cops too, man. This is crazy. All right, here you are. You thinking that you're safe? It's election time. It's time to vote. You know, vote for change and hope and all of this. And our people are still dying at the hands of cops. And guess what? Your vote is not going to change this, but your obedience to our God will. All right. It says 5 police officers quit after man dies pleading, "Do you think I want to die?" Now let me tell you something, man. Like George Floyd and what's the other guy? I can't breathe. Damn, I forgot his name. There's so many brothers. He didn't want to die. He kept saying, "Please don't hurt me. Don't do nothing to me." You know, something else was going on with him, and that stopped. You know, he knew something else was going on. I never saw a man react that way to the damn police. You know, pulling them over. You know, now I know that they are the greatest damn terrorists to ever live, but something else was going on with that call. You know, with that stop, and he knew something. You know, and he was begging and pleading with them not to kill him, and he did anyway. So here's another brother that turned around and said he didn't want to die, but they killed this man anyway. It says 5 police officers have quit before they could be fired after failing to get medical help for a man who died in custody. This distressing footage shows Harold Easter say, "Do you think I want to die?" as he gripped a table in his cell. The 41-year-old swallowed cocaine after being stopped by police in Charlotte, North Carolina, CNN reports. Officers were aware that he had swallowed the drugs during the arrest, but did not give him the attention he needed, investigators said. Because guess what? You're a cop, and just because a person has drugs, you're not supposed to kill them or let them die. But they did. They just sat there and let this brother die. You know what I would do? I would turn around and try to help the brother so he can stop selling, stop swallowing, you understand? Stop using if he was using or something. You know, that's what we would do in the UPK. Not turn around and just let you die. We want you to live. You understand? We want you to live. So we would turn around and try to give you the law, statutes, and commandments, give you this truth, so that you turn around and won't be buying crack to flip and sell and swallow and not. You understand? Or let the police sit there and watch you do it. You understand? It shows that these people are animals. He was seen laying face down and shaking while he was on his own. In hours of footage released by police. So he was on his own, left by himself. You understand? For hours, we were sitting there shaking and asking people to help him, but they ignored him. Okay? It says, as his condition worsened, police were forced to perform CPR, unable to find his pulse. He died in a hospital 3 days after his arrest on January the 23rd. Okay? That is just simply disgusting. And man, if you see these pictures of this brother, man, in the video, it's disgusting. It's disturbing. You know? The brother is laying on the goddamn table. He's falling out, passing out, needing help. And they just turn around and sit there and watch this brother die, man. You understand? They watch this brother die. All right? Let me get you another story to show you that that's what you're going to vote for. You're going to vote for people that don't want to help you with your drug problem, whichever it is. All right? They don't care. They don't want to help you with your drug problems in no type of way. All right, let me get this other story about this other little sister, man. It's terrible. Terrible what's happening down here. 1 second. All right, this is another shooting of a black teen. All right, it says officer didn't have body cameras on during fatal shooting of black teen. The Illinois, this is in Chicago. The Illinois police officer who fatally shot Marcellus Stinnett and wounded his girlfriend in last week did not have his body camera turned on during the shooting. Now let me tell you something. Black Lives Matter marched and went and protested and got petitions signed and everything to get body cams. They got body cams and we're still dying. They just simply turn them on. It's a button right on the damn cam to where they turn it right off when they're ready to kill a black man or a black teen, for instance. And he shot and wounded the goddamn girlfriend too. He's gonna kill her too. All right. It says the officer has not been identified. I wonder why. They always protect cops, the murderous cops. But if this country was right, they would turn around and put his ass on blast. They'll throw him out there. And they'll say, this is the man that murdered him and he's arrested in prison. And he ain't getting out. He would be denied bail and bond and all that kind of nonsense. How they do us. He would be denied a murderer. All right? And then it says, the officer who has not been identified only turned on his body camera after the shots were fired. Now imagine that. I wonder why did he do that? Because he didn't want to have it on camera that he just murdered him. Like, these cops get away with this all the time. They get away with this all the time. You know what you're going to do? You're going to go vote Wednesday, hoping that, some way, somehow, this vote that I'm going to drop in the box, or I'm going to turn around and push the button, is going to stop this from happening. And no, it's not. It's going to keep happening. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. You can't tell, you can't see, it has not stopped yet. It hasn't stopped yet because you haven't stopped. You haven't stopped sinning against the Lord. You have to return to Him. If we want the senseless murders of our people to stop, we got to return to the Lord. We got to go vote for our King, Yahweh Shai, which is Jesus Christ in the English. We got to go vote for Him. And not Joe Biden, a damn child molester, a pervert, a freak. And we're going to bring it out Sunday on the radio show. Not damn Trump, who's a damn criminal, and a tax evader, and a goddamn, he's altogether just hates blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and racist. Like, I mean, there's so much I can say about him. And the rest of them, the Democrats and the Republicans. So much I can say about all of them. But goddamn, but voting for them is not going to fix anything. All right? It says, the city on Wednesday released 6 videos of footage from the night of October 20th. 2 videos taken from the officer's body camera and dash cam only showed moments after the incident took place. Mayor Sam Cunningham said the city allowed the family of Stinnett and Tafara Williams to view the footage before it was made public. All right, let's get to the next story. This is ridiculous, man. It's just, and it's a shame that your preachers are encouraging you to go vote this way. When no vote that has ever been cast is ever going to vote out hatred. They hate us. That's why they do the things they do to us. And this is another case right here. This is a little sister, man, pretty little sister. I think about 18, 19 years old, right? And this sister here says, case of black woman who claims she was set on fire by white men has been dismissed. They turn around and have dismissed the case altogether. This is letting me have a case here. Says federal prosecutors and police in Madison, Wisconsin are reportedly closing a months-long investigation into the claims of a black woman who says she was set on fire by white men. The case has been closed due to lack of evidence. I wonder why it's that. It's always lack of evidence on their behalf. But if it was us, if those tables was turned, and say black people started going out committing the crimes against white people like what white people do us, oh, it wouldn't be no lack of evidence then. All the evidence would be there. All she would have to do is just point and say, him. He did it. That's it. And then you're going to jail. Same way they did on the movie Rosewood. That whore, that white whore that was cheating on her husband with another white man, she came and she tried out and said rape. They actually said, who did it? She said, nigger. And they went and found whatever nigga they could, man, and killed him. That's all. They didn't care which one. She just said, a nigga raped me. And they went out and killed so many goddamn black men. It's unbelievable. But that's all it would take. That's all it would take for them to say you did something to them. Then it says, Althea Bernstein, 18, told police in June that 4 white men yelled a racial slur at her through her rolled down car window while she was stopped at a traffic light around 1 a.m. on June 24th. The story went viral and the Madison Police Department subsequently launched an investigation. Bernstein alleges that one of the men used a spray bottle to douse her with a liquid and threw a flaming lighter at her. She says this led to the liquid igniting and burning parts of her face and neck. And it says the U.S. Attorney's Office in Madison announced on Friday, October 2nd, that they had conducted a thorough investigation. Let me tell you something. No, you didn't. Into the incident and closed the case without filing any charges. You know why? Because they just didn't want to prosecute. Simple as that. Just a black woman, just a nigger, saying that some white men did something to you. So guess what? We'll just close this out. Lack of evidence. You understand? When she has the men that did it, she pointed them out. She said, these are the men that did this to me. You understand? Like I said, when it's the other way around, white woman, they're going to lock you up. But with the black woman, they close the case, say it's not enough evidence. It's ridiculous. Let me see. Let me see if I got one more story. Let me see if I got one more. Okay, here we go. We got one more, man. Then we'll get by here. Okay, hold on. But if you are looking for, if you are looking for voting to change this, you are sadly mistaken. All right, I think this is the one. Oh, man, I got two more stories and then we'll get out of it. This is a sister in college trying to go and educate herself. All right, this sister here says black student has guns drawn on her after white roommates falsely accuse her of threatening them. Now, how many times has that happened? Has a black man or woman been falsely accused by white people? You know, that reminds me. There was a story that we did here in it was St. Louis. I forgot what college it was, maybe also, but there was a sister that was poisoned by her white roommate. Right, the white roommate was urinating in her waters and in her drinks and sodas and just doing all kinds of nasty things to the sister, poisoning her, and the sister got real sick. And then they turned around and did nothing about it. You know, they did nothing about it, man. And here we go again. Like, you cannot see that these people are just absolutely the cruelest to ever live. Why are you doing things like this? Falsely accusing people, poisoning, urinating in their food, stuff like that, in their drinks. Why are you doing this? You understand? And then you say that the ISUPK is wrong for calling you the devil that the Bible speaks of. You are. Look at what you do. Let's keep on serious. 17-year-old black student Christian Evans was suddenly woken from her slumber by police in her dorm at 3 a.m. with guns drawn on her at Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches, Texas. Right? Christian claims she was the victim of swatting. This is a racist setup that was orchestrated by her 3 white roommates. Well, you better watch out in these colleges, because it's happening there too. It's happening on these jobs. It's happening in your neighborhood. It's happening when you walk up and down the street, when you're in the park trying to barbecue, when you go to an Airbnb trying to have a vacation, when you try to sell waters, which you're legal to do, you got a permit for, when you try to do anything, they are all over you, right? And then it says, along with as many as 7 other girls. The girls initiated the fake claims by advising their resident assistant that Christian was allegedly trying to stab them with scissors. Like, man, that is ridiculous. They was trying to get that girl shot. They actually wanted this sister here to get shot. And I'm sure she's a beautiful girl. They're probably jealous of her because she looks good and they don't. She's smart and they're not. You understand? And I'm sure it was all around jealousy. And then here you go now, you just, as a joke, this was a joke to them. You turn around and lie and say that she's threatening to kill you or stab you with scissors so that the police can come in and blow this girl away in her sleep. That's what they wanted to see. They wanted to hear the gunshots. They wanted to hear the gunshots because they love blood. And guess whose blood they love? Ours. Let me get the last story real quick, and then I'm going to get a scripture and then we'll get out of it. 1 second. Okay. Oh, well, here we go. Man allegedly yelled, "Black lives don't matter," before attacking black teen. And guess what? He's right. They don't matter to white people. Black lives do not matter to them. You know, they've shown you everything that you need to see to let you know that your life doesn't matter to them. Why don't you believe it? It says a Michigan man accused of attacking a black teen with a bike lock and yelling "Black lives don't matter" has been charged with a federal hate crime, authorities said. Lee Mount, 42 of Newport, allegedly attacked Devin Freeland Jr., 18, with a bike lock on June 6 at Sterling State Park in Monroe, where he confronted the teen and 2 friends, telling them "niggers don't belong on this beach." A criminal complaint obtained by NBC News. All right. It says witnesses said Mount, who is white, threatened to bash the 3 teens' heads if they didn't turn their music down, and called them monsters, while threatening to hit them with a cooler if one of them said something to him, according to the complaint. Now, the kids are the monsters. They're on the beach enjoying themselves. What they say, what they call it, fun in the sun. Like, goddamn. But the nigger can't have fun in the sun. He got to get threatened by a goddamn devil and say you're going to get your head bashed, you know, turn your music down and get the hell out of here. So fun in the sun for us. You understand? Like, and these are the people that your pastors, your black politicians are encouraging you to vote to be around and to join hands with and become one with. When it's never going to happen. They don't want to be one with you. You understand? Let me get this scripture, man, so we can roll. This is ridiculous. It just gets worse and worse in this place. Let's see. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Right? Perpetual means continue, for everlasting. Like, this hatred that they have for us goes way beyond, say, a white man can't jump. Like, you know, Michael Jordan can jump all the way across the court, but the white man, Larry Bird, could barely jump off the ground and shoot that 3-point. You know what I'm saying? It goes way past, you know, sports and things like that. You know, this hatred that they've had has been for thousands and thousands of years. Goes all the way back to the birth of Jacob and Esau. Right? And they have a perpetual hatred. And that means continue. I've never seen anyone hate anyone this goddamn much and this goddamn long. So what God said in the Bible has to be true. It has to be true. Because we're living it. You're seeing it. It's not nothing that, you know, is made up. It's not a movie. This is actually happening for real. And then it says, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Like, they're still murdering us right now to this day. You understand? Right now to this day, they're still doing the same lynching that they were doing back in slavery. It's just with a gun now, or with, in this case, a goddamn lock. He's gonna kill them with a cooler. He's gonna beat the hell out of the kids with a cooler. He's gonna beat them with a lock. You understand? That's a lynching. That's a murder. Just without the rope and the tree. The police, they're murdering brothers just without the rope and the tree. They're lynching us. And they are still doing it, and no voting is going to stop this. Verse 6, therefore as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Now, blood is going to pursue America. The people that has been oppressing us and murdering us for years, the Lord is going to return that upon his own head. I don't know why you think that God is asleep up there and he doesn't know what's going on. He does. And he said in the Bible that the people that love murdering us, he's going to prepare them for blood. He's going to prepare the other nations, and they're going to go to war with America. And the white man is going to lose this battle. It's in the Bible. And says, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right, so the Lord is going to pursue them with blood. Those little white girls at their college, they wanted to see that little black girl die. That's why they lied and said she's trying to stab us with 7 little white girls lying on one black girl. Do you think Martin Luther King's dream came true? Or was it a nightmare? Are we living his nightmare? Or are we living that lie of a goddamn dream that he claimed that he wanted us to have so bad? That's why he changed his own mind and said that I led my people into a burning house. He did. He knew the thing that he did was going to destroy his people. And he did just that. And with that, Shalom Israel, stay tuned, man. Check out the next workshop session. All right. Shalom.